Hey everyone, I'm Arglefumph. I'm playing Ms. Holmes, the Milverton Plot. New video game released December 2023.
Fraud! Liar! Imposter! Liar! Liar!
As you can see, the premise is that everybody hates Sherlock Holmes. Oh no! And somehow the villain made lightning strike his statue. That's not good. So let's get started. Let's play on casual mode. Yeah, I don't know. This guy is handsome, so let's go with advanced mode.
I've been meaning to go through my old case files for a while, but I haven't had the time. What was that noise in the yard?
Oh no! Someone destroyed my beloved mailbox! What a tragedy! Okay, so we need to examine the mailbox for clues. Fraud's brat! How very rude. I don't think it's about my parents, more like my uncle. My uncle? Yes. Oh, okay, so if Sherlock Holmes is, Charlotte's uncle, then I guess she's the daughter of Sherlock's brother. Okay, so this is Olivia. Olivia, thank you for the dancing men case. You're very great. That's another game in this Miss Holmes series, I believe. 5 orange pips. That was another case. Monster. Okay, these are just other advertisements for other games in the Miss Holmes series, almost. All right, so. We just got a saxophone. We're gonna put it here. And I remember the name I was thinking of. Yeah, Mycroft Holmes. That's Sherlock's older brother. I'm gonna use the hairpin over here to pick the lock. Always find it interesting in games like this where the main character has to break the lock in their own house. It's like, why don't you have the key? Why are you breaking in like a criminal? Well, we got Sherlock's violin. So the violin and saxophone, they would make a great musical duet. Like, forget being a detective. Let's just play music all day long. All right, we got orange pips, a detective badge, and a gentle solvent. We're still looking for some sort of cloth, I believe, but the pips obviously go there. And the monster mask goes on the monster game. The last one is dancing men, so we need to find some dancing guy. Oh yes, and the detective badge probably opens up this, right? Aha, no. I need to pick it up and then use my detective's badge, obviously. Great, that gave me the pendant and the handkerchief. Great, Oscar's handkerchief, whoever Oscar is. Oscar the Grouch? I don't know. The solvent and the handkerchief go together so I can open up my beloved mailbox. And what do we have inside? It's a hidden objects challenge. And I do like how they have a speckled band. Haha! That's a Sherlock Holmes reference. A statue of Holmes, magnifying glass, cryptex, and bullets. We want to find this newspaper, so this tells us the story. Mr. Sherlock Holmes, righteous man or glory seeker? Did he hide evidence from the police? He's implicated in a murder! He was aiding criminals! Yeah, did he really hide poison from the police? Oh no. I don't think Holmes would do that, right? Oh dear, here's the dates. 1854, not 1954. Yeah, and Holmes's victim is the unknown person. Yeah. My uncle couldn't be involved in murder, could he? So those papers' accusations, they weren't just making it up, right? They've got some sort of evidence backing up those accusations. At least I really, really hope so. So I'm putting the dancing man in here. And we have a puzzle. We need to swap things around. So dancing man goes with dancing man. And that's the solution to the puzzle. Really simple puzzle. Okay. And there's my phone book. So I'll use it to call the newspaper editor. Let's see. Watson? No. Oh, that's who Oscar is. Yeah, Watson's kid. That's right. Well, let's call the newspaper.
Whoever this is, I hope you've got a good reason for calling so early.
Pardon me. I'm Sherlock Holmes's grandniece, Charlotte. I wanted to speak with the chief editor of the newspaper about the recent article on my uncle.
Grandniece. I thought she was just a normal niece.
I had a feeling you might call, and I can guess what you want to ask. Unfortunately, I can't tell you who our informant is.
From what I recall, you used to be a big fan of Mr. Holmes. So, won't you help his niece solve the mysteries of his past?
All right. I can't give you a name, but you can search the back room. There's a crowd at the main entrance, and I don't want to be involved, so you're on your own. There's a spare key to the back room in the cab. Just press the pedal.
Alright, so we're gonna search the back room of the newspaper area.
Thank you. I'll head to the newspaper office now.
Hopefully we have important evidence there. Driving off on my little motorbike, woohoo! This is kind of silly. It's like, okay, we hide the key inside a handsome cab, which is on top of a statue pedestal for some reason. Like, why would the newspaper office even have this? Okay, so we need to fix the, that pedestal, the pedal. So let's grab some items here. That's an item. That lock needs to be fixed. There's we need the passkey there, and we've got a big clock hand. And we also have over here. So I put the button into place. Gave me 2 items. This one is the pedal. I think this is the solution. We put on the pedal, and we tighten it with this pendant. As we tighten those screws. Okay, now we need to find a hat. And whatever this is. And a bottle. And that piece of paper. Angry man! And another piece of paper? Aha! I clicked on it by accident, but I totally knew what I was doing. So here's the main decorative figure. We need to find some sort of horsey to open this up. Obviously. So, punch card goes in here. And we're gonna go inside. So, the messages should be here somewhere. We just have a bunch of, like, random puzzles here, I have to say. So, this puzzle is we need to fix... I mean, this is an actual puzzle. Once we get the stuff, we'll be able to solve it. We have the clock hand, but we don't have the number 5. We don't have number 5. I think the 5 is here, but we need to solve this puzzle first. So, let's see. We need an ink pot token and a cross. Ah, here's the ink pot token. And then we're going to need, like, a semicircle to open up this. And over on the left, we're going to need a couple of things. So we want that. See, we need something to enter that thing. And then we also need a chain. I've got a chain. And we also need a cover from this for that mechanism. Got it? So, bunch of puzzles we're solving. Let's put the ink pot in place. That's giving us 2 items. One of them is the 5 for this. So here's the puzzle. What is 1800 in 24-hour time? Why, that would be 6 o'clock. So we're gonna set the clock to 6 o'clock. So why did we need to find the number 5 when that's not part of the puzzle solution? Curious. Well, I got the half moon to open up this, and this shows noble families of London. So we need to find a piece of paper involving those noble families. This is part of the grotto. Let's see, I'm gonna put it here. Great. I'm also going to need to put a tree in place to fix the fountain. This is the infinity symbol. It's going to open up this. So I'm not a huge fan of this puzzle. This puzzle is sort of moving things around, and I'm not quite sure how the clues work, but let's do it. You need to move the pictures around so the pictures are all in the right spot. And as you can see, if a picture's in the right spot, it turns green. Okay. good. Great. Now we need to move the plaques into the right spot. So, this is Old Moriarty, and that's Jonathan Friedman. So, I assume these are culprits from other games. Oh, here we go. This is the clue. Oh, okay. I was supposed to use this clue to figure it out. Well, this is going to spoil the endings of all these games to, you know, people who haven't actually played these games. It's like, oh no, Lestrade was the culprit in 5 Orange Pips. Oh my. And Friedman is the culprit in the Dancing Men game. Apparently we've got multiple Moriartys in the Baskervilles case. Interesting. Because, you know, Moriarty wasn't in the actual Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of the Baskervilles book. So, as you can see, we've got 2 of the villains were captured. 3 of them are still on the run, including Jane Lestrade, the culprit of the 5 Orange Pips. She poisoned Oscar Watson, tried to kill me, and I'm making a big deal out of her because we saw her earlier on in this video. She was in that opening cutscene. Guess what? She's the culprit. Yeah, blonde, striking appearance, obsessed with her ancestor, Gregory Lestrade, the policeman who worked with Sherlock Holmes. So she blamed Sherlock Holmes for the fact that her ancestor did not get a super cool promotion. Well, he didn't get a promotion because he was incompetent. In his defense, Sherlock Holmes is really smart and fantastic. It's hard not to look incompetent next to Sherlock Holmes. That guy was a mystery-solving machine. So, I'm going to take my hunting whip. Yeah, I've been carrying around a whip the whole time. I'm not actually going to use it. I'm just going to cut it in the shape of this lever. Excellent. And then I'll use that here. So we've got everything in place. And here we go. We finally found this piece of paper. So, the mysterious victim. Yeah, this is the letter that was sent to the newspapers. Okay. So the victim we'll tell you about was intimidated by Sherlock Holmes. She planned to escape her mansion at any moment. So here's a hook. See, it proves that she was planning to escape from her window. That means Sherlock Holmes was a villain. Okay, gotta be honest, that is a pretty flimsy piece of evidence to run a bunch of newspaper stories saying Sherlock Holmes was a murdering villain. I'm sorry. That's some flimsy evidence. We got a decorated horse. It'll open up this. That gives us the tree as well as a key element. Cool. Tree's gonna go in place. It's gonna give us 2 items here. A feather tip and a pencil. Feather tip's gonna go here. Does the key element go in place? Yeah, there we go. So now we can open up this with the key. Ah, okay, so this gives us a little bit more evidence. Okay, Mr. Holmes, let the prisoner go. Some strigenous. I don't know what that means. Mr. Holmes threatened to beat Mr. Windenburg with the whip. I don't remember that particular Sherlock Holmes story. It sounds like somebody's just making up stories about Sherlock Holmes, pretending Holmes is a villain. But gee, isn't that exciting? Like Sherlock Holmes, he didn't actually solve crimes. He just like bullied people into confessing. Let's see. This is a simple enough puzzle. You just put things where they're supposed to go. Make them fit the outline. So, he released the criminal Treginus and threatened Mr. Windibank with a whip. He's also involved in the murder of a noble gentleman. I'm writing to you from this abandoned mansion, and I'll provide the evidence. So I wonder if we're going to, like, solve those mysteries. Obviously, Miss Holmes is going to focus on the murder, which is the heaviest charge. She wants to clear her uncle of murder. So, Milverton, is it? I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be the Milverton murder because Milverton's in the name of the game, But, yes, she's going to go to the Milverton Mansion, try to find this alleged evidence that proves Holmes was a killer. So this is a puzzle where we need to make connections between the items. Basically, we're doing it in the order. He's blamed for crimes, somebody gave evidence to the newspaper, that person wrote from the mansion, the seal indicates that person was writing from Milverton's, so let's go to Milverton Mansion. I suppose that puzzle was okay. It's basically just confirming the information we already know. In case you weren't paying attention, here's what just happened. So, what this house hides gives me the creeps. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to rebuild that grappling hook, because that paper said the lady was so scared of Sherlock Holmes, she ran away from, she was making the grappling hook to escape. Well, we're just going to do that in reverse. We're going to use the grappling hook to go inside. Okay, there's a statue. I assume that's of Milverton. Yes. This is a modern lock, put here recently. Here is a vine, which is dug. We need to dig it out. And then there's a picture behind it. So this is a pygmy opossum. It eats sweet nectar. Sweet nectar, which is sugar and water. We can't use the drinking glass, though. We're going to have to give it to the creature some other way. There's a paper, and there's the mansion owner. So now we have everything to solve this puzzle, I think. Nope, we don't. We need to dig this up. We just got it. We're going to dig it up. Great, we're going to have a puzzle here to open up that. Now we can solve the puzzle. Okay, so we're using the vine and the fabric on the hook. Now I've got a grappling hook so we can break into the study. How can the mansion owner be connected to my Uncle Sherlock? Yes, what's the connection between Milverton and the newspaper informer? Maybe it's like Milverton's dog or something. A magical talking dog who's trying to frame Sherlock Holmes. The bottle of water is fresh. Now, unless my memory is incorrect, I seem to have remembered the Sherlock Holmes, the Milverton mystery, which was Milverton was an evil blackmailer, and Sherlock Holmes had to steal evidence from Milverton's house. So we have a puzzle here. We need to make this developer. Let's see. We also need... What do we need? Well, we need something else anyway. We're gonna put the threads here for a puzzle. So what has 4 angles? That would be a square. A square has 4 angles. Next, 0 angles. That's a circle. A circle has 0 angles. I like this puzzle. This is a decent puzzle. This actually feels like a bit of a Sherlock Holmes logic puzzle. Yes. So 3 angles is a triangle. 4 angles here. That's still a square. 6 angles is a hexagon. Hexagon. And then finally, this guy has a star in his mouth. I guess it's a coin star? That's still a little weird. Okay, so cuttlefish ink is what we need to put here. So I need to follow the recipe. The recipe says we're going to dump that in. We're going to dump this in. That piece, maybe. And that piece. And we're going to put it on this thing. Oh, and also we got some brown sugar too. So now that gives us the saucer code. We're gonna soak something in there. Not yet. Not yet though. Saucer code goes here. This looks really simple. Really simple code. Just get those 2 things. Alright, we have a hat. We're gonna put the hat on this guy. He needs a hat. We're gonna put this guy there. I don't know who the other person is. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna put the brown sugar in there. That's gonna make the concoction this creature likes. Oh yeah, we need to mix the water. we need something to deliver it. That's what we're missing. We need like a thumb drop or something. So we're gonna put the enemy skull here. Yeah, it looks like... I mean, Sherlock Holmes is considered the enemy. Shouldn't this be good proof? Alright, so this is allegedly Milverton's diary, kind of explaining that Sherlock Holmes Milverton story. So, she went to visit Sherlock Holmes. No, first she met with Milverton. Where is her in Milverton? She met with Milverton. Then she went to Sherlock Holmes. She visited Sherlock Holmes saying, "Oh, help, Mr. Holmes, this villain is blackmailing me." Sherlock Holmes kind of had a nasty encounter with Milverton afterwards. Of course, in this version, it's saying Sherlock Holmes is a villain trying to beat up Milverton. Yeah, that's not exactly how Sherlock Holmes said things happened. But of course, if Sherlock Holmes was being criminal, then he wouldn't, like, confess to it. Yeah. So who's telling the truth? Anyway, we got the eyedropper. It allowed us to feed that creature, so now we have the magnet key so we can open up this and check out the culprit's downstairs area. Yes, somebody lives here. Yes, let's find some clues. Let's see, what are purple clues? Got a handprint, wire, a sword on the wall, and a radio. So yes, this must be the newspaper person. Obviously, this person isn't working alone. The informer's got an accomplice. I don't know how we figured it out from like a sword on the wall, but okay. These monitors are too modern for this mansion. Yeah, why are there TV monitors here? It's like the 1850s. What? This ominous symbol shows the villain has a strong ego. Okay, sure, why not? That wasn't the deduction I would make from that. We want to move these thorns out of the way, and I just got a wire barb there. Over here, we need to grab that. The box is unlocked. I don't need the figurine anymore. That's a weird line of dialogue. What figurine are you talking about? We haven't... Was there a puzzle to unlock the box that I just didn't do? Like, here's the figurine, I think. That might be the figurine. Oh, actually, no, that's not the figurine. So then I don't know what's going on. Hint says we're going to look here. We're probably going to use this to grab that sword from the wall, along with the other item. Oh, it's one of 3 sword pieces. This is the combination lock. Goes on there, along with the stethoscope. Let's hack into this safe. So this is going to be a puzzle. What we need to do is move this thing all around, and we want to get it down at the bottom. So I'm going to move it left, down, right, and down, and then left. You don't want to go this way through this because it goes too far down if you took the left-hand pathway. And if you took the right-hand pathway, you'd end up at a dead end. So that's why you need to take the middle pathway on your second to last step. That gave us a descendant portrait, and we need some sort of London police thing. So we're gonna go back over here. Where was it? Somewhere here. Here it is, okay. C and M. I wonder whose initials those are. It gives us 2 items, a carving kit and a heavy cord. Let's open up Lestrade's box. Well, gee, that's kind of a spoiler. And yeah, we got the picture of Miss Lestrade too. So, okay, take a wild guess as to who the newspaper informant might be. Just take a guess. Okay, so I'm gonna put this hook here. It's gonna give me 2 items. Gloves and a small cutter. So I think we're going to use the gloves here. Most excellent. And then this gives us a plumber's hat. My uncle disguised as a plumber. Escott. I don't know what Sherlock Holmes story this is. This sounds like we're getting into a totally different mystery. And apparently there was a masked ball or some sort. So let's see, we're gonna put Sherlock Holmes's silhouette there. We're gonna put the pick locks into place. There's 2 of them. Gonna get the sleeve. Okay, get the figurine of Holmes. We need the maid bracelet. My uncle engaged to the maid. Sherlock Holmes got engaged to a maid while in disguise as a plumber. Wow. I don't remember that Sherlock Holmes story at all. Like, it sounds really interesting. I just can't believe it, but the clues are so solid. Oh, here we go. It's the villain. I'm gonna run away, run away, run away. So, it's Miss Lestrade, clearly making a report to someone, because, you know, she's got an accomplice. So we're gonna distract her. We're gonna distract her by starting a fire. But first, let's put this cutting device here, and then maybe the figurine of Holmes. Now we have a nice, solid figurine of Holmes. It's very nice. And we have some wood dust, so I'm gonna dunk it in here. Great, so I can use it to start a fire, also using my lighter. And now I'm just gonna run away quickly. Hide behind the bushes. Lestrade goes to put out the fire, and now I can intercept her secret message. I'm such a clever detective. So find the connection between Milverton Holmes and, I didn't get a chance to read that task on my task list. I think I can click this task button. The connection between Milverton Holmes and the, newspaper's informer. Right. So what was I doing again? Let's see, we're gonna look here. Oh, now the box is closed shut with the figurine puzzle. Whatever. We'll put the 2 figurines there, and then open the box that was previously opened. I realized at once who hid in the guise of escort. I thought Mr. Holmes would never reveal his secret to me after the engagement, but he just wanted to close in on Milverton. I've been keeping the shoes of Mister's killer for many years. This is a direct clue against Holmes and his friend, but they didn't take me seriously. No. So did Sherlock Holmes pretend to marry the maid while under the guise of a plumber? So that's apparently that's what we're being told here. Disguised himself as a plumber so he could marry the maid so he could kill Milverton. Real evidence or fake evidence? I don't know. And here we're just finding all the items that were on the little picture. That gives us a star. Gonna put the star over here. Giving us these 2 items. Weren't we supposed to intercept a message that Lestrade was sending using these machines? Whatever. So here is Lestrade and the original Lestrade. Okay, here we go. Maybe this was the secret message Lestrade was sending. Evidence to prove the crimes. Watson's shoe from the crime scene. Testimony of the maid. Portrait of the killers and the masks. Old case. The end of Charles Augustus Milverton. Written by John Watson. Although the crime is time-barred and the culprit died, finally everyone will learn the truth. And then we, I guess, found some bandages, too. Okay, so we have to make another deduction here. So let's see. Holmes threatened Milverton's life, then he killed Milverton. Then, after that, Lestrade found the evidence of Holmes' crimes, and Lestrade told someone about it. So somebody is trying to find evidence against Sherlock Holmes, connecting him to Milverton's death. That's our deduction. I think we knew that before we ever showed up here. But whatever.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Uh-oh, busted! Hi, Lestrade!
We found our hideout.
Hello, Charlotte. It's good to see you again.
What? Oh no! Okay, so there's an unknown villain, and we have to solve this puzzle before we can proceed. You just want to make connections out of groups of 3. 3 or more. So let's see, like, here's a group of 3. Here's a group of 6 or something. Here's a group of... That's a lot of colors. And eventually we'll be done with this somewhat slow puzzle. Yeah, so I don't know who this unknown villain is, this unknown villain in a mask, but definitely seems like a creepy villain type. Yes. Oh, and that situation there were no matches to make on the board, so the board automatically reset itself. Okay, so we've got all the purples, we've got all the yellows, we still need a lot of greens. And the light blues. No, give me more greens. I need to get the greens. There's the last light blue I need. There's only one green on the board. Come on, game. I need more greens here. Quit giving me reds. I don't need reds. Oh, there's another green. Hooray. We did it. We got some greens. We still need 8 more. Ah, there we go. There's 3. Let's see. Let's get these 3 greens. Get all those blues. Up. Board is empty. Getting a new board. Hopefully green drops there. Nice. 1 more green. Big match of yellow right there. Good, we finally got green.
So, you're behind all of this. You don't seem surprised to see me.
Quite right, my dear. You've arrived right when I thought you would.
What are you talking about? She could ruin everything.
Sort of seems like this unknown villain is the real mastermind, and the unknown villain is manipulating Lestrade. Lestrade, of course, would be more than willing to try to damage Sherlock Holmes' reputation. At least I'm guessing that's what this story is. I'm guessing that's what's happened, based on the evidence available to me. We don't know who this unknown villain is yet, because they're an unknown villain. And now we have to make more of these matches. Looks like this time blue is the one which is hard to get. It's just not appearing with the frequency that I would desire. Let's see, I'm trying to get all these blues together so I can get a long string of blues. Didn't quite work. There we go. Oh man, check out all these greens. Where were these greens when I was doing the previous iteration of this puzzle? Got a bunch of reds there. Still need a lot more blues. Trying to get those blues. There we go. More blues. It's blue and red. Those are the ones I need now. Here we go. And that will give me the blues I need.
It's a trap. But Lestrade obviously isn't in on it. Are you planning to get rid of her too?
Right again. I've rigged the building with explosives. But don't worry, Jane. The evidence won't be harmed. You can die with a sense of accomplishment.
Scoundrel. Traitor.
looks like she's able to escape. No, she's not able to escape. Oh no, we're trapped here in the explosion. I guess I can help Lestrade, even though I don't really like her all that much. Here's a bandage. I need antiseptic and something to soak it in. Well, I've got the something to soak it in, but I still need antiseptic. Where can I find it? Here's the exit. It's a cornucopia. This is kind of weird. I don't know. Oh well. I have this medical thing now. I need to get rid of these screws and need to get rid of that glass. Over here on the right, we have the cornucopia, and we need to fix this machine so we can contact the police. And we're also going to have to break into this suitcase. Alright, and I think, yeah, we can look here as well. That's where the medical symbol goes. Hey, what do you know? I think that is the antiseptic. Looks fine to me. Here you go, Lestrade. Have some dressing.
Who that jerk is under that mask, but I suspect he's Milverton's descendant because he gave me the keys to this mansion. You don't need to stay with me. Just go get the original case file. That friend of yours, Watson, has it. Take the secret passage out of here. Don't bother thanking me, just go.
Gotta love it when a major criminal says, hey, you don't need to stay here with me. Just leave. I'll turn myself into the police. Fat chance, Lestrade.
Take this, if you don't believe me.
She is correct that the next major thing we're gonna do is find the original case file for Milverton. So I'm gonna put this lock here. And what is this? Hey, it's Watson, my friend, Oscar Watson. He's great. So we're trying to recreate this photograph here. This photograph. So let's see. This goes here. And then the 5 pips go there. That goes there. Key goes there. Rope goes there. And knife goes there. That gives us money. Great. We just robbed Lestrade. So even if she escapes and doesn't get arrested, at least we have all our money. Okay. So I put the cornucopia tip in place. And the money in place as well. That will open up this secret door. I still am going to keep the money though, right? Gonna keep the money, I'm not just gonna leave it there. So here is the secret passage. We need to open the door, go outside. Oh, and this is something weird. Take a look at the strategy guide button. See how it's turned into a butterfly? Why is that? Seriously. I don't get it. Okay, so here we need to find a bird. We're gonna use the bird. We're gonna fix the bird and put it here in order to get something special here. So this is Milverton's secret room. So Milverton once blackmailed a mother who protected her child from a murderer. So Milverton's like, oh great, I will blackmail her for lots of money. Yeah, Milverton was in fact a pretty terrible blackmailing villain. I beg you, I don't have much money. What will happen to little Dorothy and my family if you bring this information public? I couldn't have done anything differently. He attacked my daughter. But Milverton showed no mercy. He wanted to get as much money as he could from that poor young woman. You can see why Sherlock Holmes did not side with Milverton. Sherlock Holmes was a nice guy and tried to help out that poor innocent woman. So, let's see, what do we have here? Hint? Help me out here, Hint. Hint says we are going to... I'm going to use the medallion to unscrew this, right? That's not how screws work. You turn screws like a screwdriver. Oh, well, whatever. We got the copper cylinder. The copper cylinder goes here. And the telegraph key goes here. And now we can telegraph stuff. So we've got these 6 messages we need to send out. What you're supposed to do is figure out the correct way. Like, okay, this one's dot, and then 4 dashes. And that's the Lestrade help and questioning. So I say dot, 4 dashes. Yeah. And the next, Oscar urgent help. Which one is that? There's 2 Oscar ones. This one, number 4, and this one, number 6. So it's 4 dots and a dash. And the other Oscar one is dash 4 dots. So that's how you're supposed to solve the puzzle. Oh, Oscar lives on Hammer Street. So that's where we're going to be going once we open the door. Get to Oscar, find his file. You can just solve the puzzle like this. Just guess. There we go. That works. Hey, and which one goes here? Clues in the basement. This one. Yeah, one of the messages was a fake. You didn't even need to look at that. Okay, so I sent the message to the police. They will show up and arrest Lestrade. Hopefully, hopefully that's what happens. I'm not going to be around to make sure they're actually arresting the suspect. Alright, I'm going to put a torch here. It's going to open up this. Oh, I need the other torch thingy. Ah, the butterfly is back. It's weird. Okay, I believe the carabiner goes here, and I need something heavy to weigh that down. The bloodstone looked like it went up here. And the garden shears definitely went there. Hey, I found something heavy. Let's put it here. So that with the carabiner opens up this. Is it a puzzle? No, it's just a paper. And a handkerchief. Okay. Cigarette paper. This is going to be a puzzle. We're going to make firecrackers to distract bad guys. Although we don't know there are bad guys that need to be distracted yet. I'm just a very smart person and know like 5 minutes ahead of time. Hey, I'm going to solve a puzzle. Alright, so I got some glue. Actually, this is going to go there. And actually, the glue is going to be for the firecracker puzzle. Alrighty, the glass shard is going to open up this. It's going to give me 2 items, gunpowder and iron wings. The wings go on the bird. And the gunpowder goes for our little gunpowder bomb. Looks like we still need a wick. Bird's gonna go there. Birdie, birdie. It raises its wings and gives us this hidden objects challenge. Okay, so the first part of this hidden objects challenge is getting things in place. I need to put the wing there. And I need to put the leg there. I need to put the eyeball there. And I need to put the beak there. Notice how this opens up a bunch of stuff. So now we can find our objects. Looks like we need some sort of Duchess pendant. Please for mercy. Why am I not finding anything? Okay, there's a crown. Devil foot. And then whip fragment. Let me use a hint here. That thing's definitely whip fragment. That is not a pendant, huh? Maybe this is the Duchess's pendant. And this is the torch of death. So the remaining things... This is going to give us some plot referring to the stuff we saw earlier. With, yes, Sherlock Holmes threatened to use his whip on Mr. Windibank. I think that's like the 3rd Sherlock Holmes short story. What happens in the story is that guy's a villain who did something very terrible to his daughter-in-law. It wasn't illegal, so Sherlock Holmes couldn't have him arrested, but Sherlock Holmes threatened to beat him anyway. And then, we'll ignore that one for now. And then the other one, the criminal that Holmes let go. Remember we saw that? Well, apparently the guy was on death's doorstep, and he was trying to stop the killer of his daughter. So, these are the cases that Sherlock Holmes, let the criminal kind of go away free. And yes, Mr. Milverton was like, hey, maybe I could blackmail Holmes over this, because he let people go free! But he decided, nope. The public would side against Holmes, and that's why Milverton was still like, yeah, I'll try to find something else to blackmail Holmes about. And that's our story here. So let's figure... we're making our deductions right now. Okay, so Milverton was a blackmailer. Because he was always breaking the law, he was a little wary of Sherlock Holmes, always trying to find some sort of compromising material on Holmes, hoping he could blackmail Holmes on something. But he didn't find anything good. So in the current day, Milverton's records were kind of used to slam Holmes, make it look like Holmes was a villain. But Holmes was not a bad guy. He was a hero. Okay, and I don't know who Agent A is. We're going to go to Oscar Watson. So I need more information about Sherlock Holmes meeting with Milverton, because, that was the setup for their confrontation. Wonder what happened in the actual confrontation. Did Holmes know that Milverton was hoping to blackmail him? So let's see. I think this is the key that lets us outside, and then we'll be done with this area. It is. Let's go. Why is there a kitty cat? I hear another cat. Why are there a bunch of cats in this secret passageway? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love cats, so that makes this an excellent secret passageway. Just seems a little strange, that's all. Alright. I'm gonna go riding off. Going down the street, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Ah, here we are, Hammer Street. Time to meet up with Watson. And oh no, take a look, they're watching people. These people are watching Oscar's house. I need to distract them using my gunpowder bomb thing. Oh, hey, and those are the cats. Look, there's like 3 cats here. This is such a great place. I love it. Okay, let's see. We're gonna grab a torch. We're gonna put this here. Later on, I'll get a knife to open that, and I'll get a knife to open that. Let's see. Over here, we have a picture, and we have some dirt that needs to be dug up. I think over here we have, this is very rusted and needs to be cleaned, but we also have a scoop, so we're gonna dig up this dirt. That gives me a wick, so now I can make my little gunpowder bomb. And use it to distract those villains. Do I just use it on them? Yeah, I set it on fire with the candle. But I use it on the villains. I don't just throw it. Okay, so the villains have not figured out where the noise came from. I better quickly get inside.
Charlotte, I'm so glad to see you. Come on in.
Ah, Oscar's fine. What a relief. Hi, Oscar.
I saw what the newspaper said about Mr. Holmes, and I must admit, I expected you to visit much sooner.
Well, I was a little busy investigating the case, bro.
I haven't noticed anyone suspicious, and the original case file is securely locked away.
What about those 2 guys that were literally on your street watching your front door? Did you not notice them? Oh, I'm so glad you're safe, Oscar. I thought you would die. I love you.
I'm so glad you're safe, Oscar. I was afraid I'd lose you.
Wow, no response, Oscar? You're just gonna go to the window and read a book? Wow, way to ignore that. Oh, the villains! Just shot Oscar. Don't worry, he's fine. We actually have a puzzle. In this puzzle, we want to move all these pictures around in order to form the correct sequence of events. And when you get a picture in the right spot, it will have a little green circle around it. So let's see. Oscar is going to be sitting at the window, or standing at the window, and I'm going to... Let's see, he's going to be there. No? I push him so he falls over. First, he's just standing at the window. Right, he's just standing at the window. I see the bullet, I push him so he falls over, and then he's like, you know what, it's safe, I'm gonna stand at that window again, and he almost gets shot, so I push him again, and he almost falls over, and then it happens a 3rd time. Seriously, Oscar, get away from your window, dude! Get away from your window. And after solving the puzzle, we act like nothing happened. He's just going back to reading his book, and pretending like nobody tried to shoot him. Okay, that's weird. Alright, we need to find the lever for this, and we need to find a button for this. Oscar's going to give it to us at some point. We're going to open up this. We're going to open up this door. We need... I mean, it looks like the doors have 2 different handles. And we have a desk here. Oh, it's got a ring. We're going to need, like, 4 figurines to open up that. We're going to use that figurine. And then we're going to put 2 things here. Something heavy, and then a slipper. They're both Sherlock Holmes things. One's the snuff box. The other is his Persian slipper, which I don't think we have right now. Let's go outside. Hint says there was something to do inside here. What was it? Do I use the ring to open up this? It is. True. Yeah, don't mind me, Oscar. I'll just be going through your house. Here's the slipper that opens the Sherlock safe, giving me a couple of items. Oscar's symbol. And I need a portrait. I need a special portrait. So it's actually this portrait! Hey, it's the portrait from that one Sherlock Holmes story with Irene Adler. That's what happens in the story. He asks if he could keep the portrait. And it looks like he's been keeping it safe all these years. Okay, so now we're going to put some items together here. I think these go together. Yep, all three of them go together, giving me a powerful lamp. What goes on this copper rod? This thing goes on it, and we don't have the other part quite yet. So, I can't see small details in the dark. I'm going to have to use the torch to light up this area, and that gives us a puzzle. So we need to find these footprints, it looks like. Just find all the pictures at the bottom of the screen. Does not matter what order you find these things in. Alright. Judging by the numbers of cigars these villains smoked, they were watching Oscar for hours. Man, I should create a distant noise to distract the watchers. You already distracted the watchers, Miss Holmes. Maybe she's having memory problems. Anyway, here's a number part. Oscar, take a look at it.
This is an essential piece of evidence. I've already reported everything to the police, and they're on their way.
How is the number part an essential piece of evidence? Oscar.
I'll leave a message for the police in case we leave before they get here. I'm not letting you go alone, of course. This is only going to get more dangerous.
You just said you contacted the police, and now you're saying you will leave a message for them? I don't know. Anyway, he gives us this thing. So now we can go inside this room and find that old case file. I swear, Oscar is good looking, but I don't understand what he's thinking most of the time. Alright, so we get a couple of things here. We need to put eyeballs on this doll to get the thing hidden in its mouth, which is creepy and weird. That is so creepy and weird. Well, we got an awl. We're going to use it here. That's going to open up this. It's going to give us a slingshot and engine oil. Slingshot's going to go here. It's going to give me some Reichenbach Falls. Reichenbach Falls. Which is from a Sherlock Holmes story as well. We're going to put these figurines into place. And let's solve the puzzle. You want to get all the figurines in the right spot. So the red one goes in the M spot. That's Watson. Watson goes in the yellow spot. So I think we're going to go down, left, I don't know, up, left, up. Yeah, you can see how this is difficult because you have to get these characters to move precisely. Okay, let's reset the puzzle. So left, down. Yeah, that can't be right. So, down. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Okay, got it. So the answer is down and then left 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then up twice. I was overthinking it. Sorry. It is actually a simple puzzle. So here's the hourglass. Now we can open to the door to the top secret room where we have all the original Holmes and Watson files. Oh no, but it's a hidden objects challenge because somebody just broke in here and destroyed everything. So we're gonna have to fix some stuff. So yeah, I think some of these are items from maybe previous games in the series, probably Sherlock Holmes stories. I mean, this game has enough references to Sherlock Holmes stories that... Let's see, I need to find the sign of 4. That's the name of a Sherlock Holmes story, yep. See, I want to put these books into place. That gives me the bookshelf. There's the sign of 4. The The boot print is over there. I don't know where the empty shelf is. Hint. Those are the case remains. Let's see. I think I need to put the water here to get the case remains. Wait a minute. I said case remains twice. Well, whatever. We're going to find that secret file while we're fixing off. Yeah, so how did the villains get inside this room and steal the files? That's what I want to know. Watson, is this room not well protected? Okay, so we need to pull this, I suppose. Get those 2 items. We need to get these 2 figurines there. And we're gonna fix this. We need to get a plaque. We need to get a fake book. I don't think we look up there. And here we need to find a bunch of items. Like we put those there. And we put those there. We're gonna need a glass here. We're gonna go outside now. I'm gonna use the engine oil and the brush to clean this. We need 2 items. There's the glass, and then there's insecticide, which obviously I'll use to get rid of these wasps, so I can get this portrait. Use the portrait of Irene Adler over here. Yes, Holmes greatly admired her, because she was able to outsmart him. Gonna fix that. Yeah, it's so creepy. It's even creepier once you've solved the puzzle. Okay, that gives us small lamps and a plaque hint. Plaque hint goes over here. Small lamps go over here. It goes there. And now we can solve this puzzle. This is a pretty simple jigsaw puzzle, actually. Let's get all these pieces into place. I believe these are pictures of the Milverton case. Like, that would make sense, right? That's the case we're looking for. So part 1 of the case. The woman comes to Milverton and begs him for mercy. But that blackmailing scheme says no, no. That blackmailing fiend said no. And so the lady hired Sherlock Holmes to break into Milverton's study and find this information that Milverton was blackmailing her with. And we'll see Holmes in a second. Here he is. Yeah, so he snuck into the Milverton house, was trying to get the evidence. While he did so, a particular woman showed up and murdered Milverton, kind of rendering the whole mystery solution moot. So, yes, I knew my uncle wasn't a murderer, but the public might not believe Dr. Watson's version of the story, because, you know, Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes were best friends. Like, of course Watson would lie to exonerate his best friend of murder. So what do we have? We have another book. The book goes here. Alright, so this is more of a Watson story. Oh no, I think this is written by Holmes. Oh, I regret the fact that I, disguised as Lumber Escott, was engaged to this maid. So let's see, I need to find the hat. I need to find the 2, like, chicken feet. And then this engagement ring. Oh, I thought of nothing but poor Lady Ava, who is being bullied by the evil Milverton, but I kind of ruined the maid's life. I never got a chance to apologize to her. I want to keep this Milverton case a secret because the real murderer is a very well-known woman, and besides, you know, I don't want to get accused of murder either. Yes. Charlotte, if you're reading this, don't judge me. Don't repeat my mistakes. Look at little girl Charlotte. See, she's so cute. Okay, if the maid is still alive, I'll find her and apologize on your behalf. Okay, so we found this. What is it? It will be useful. Apparently it will prove Holmes's innocence. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure why, but it will. Alrighty, so here's our deduction. Let's figure it out. So, Sherlock did not kill Milverton. But Watson and Sherlock did see the real killer. The killer is a noble lady who is being blackmailed by Milverton. And Sherlock decided to keep it a secret. The public won't believe it. You know, they might suspect Sherlock is the real killer. And that's actually what's happening here. So we're going to clear him of suspicion by identifying the true killer. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Oh, is this the other side of Watson's house? Interesting. Hi, Watson. Gonna say something? No, he's not, but he is going to be riding piggyback on me while we drive to our next location. Our next location is archives, right? I think it's an archive area? It wasn't actually explained. It was just that Miss Holmes got on her motorcycle and then drove away, and now we're here. Oh, wait, our task list just told us. Okay, so the abandoned archives. I don't know where these archives are, but for some reason, we're expecting to find crucial information in this location.
Oscar, do you have any idea what we're doing here?
The archives have been abandoned for a long time, so I don't think anyone would mind us looking around. Besides, it's a noble cause.
This place does look like it's trashed. What even is this? Did somebody just pick up a cabinet and throw it down? Yeah, so we need to get rid of the rust before we can pick the lock with the killer's brooch. Oh. Huh. I didn't know we had that. I didn't know that lock belonged to the killer. I didn't. Well, anyway, we're going to grab this ring and we're going to put both rings over here on the statue. Statue which has been graffitied. Gives me a heart. No, it gives me a building and a lock part. We're going to put the building over here. We still need a building like in the middle. And the lock part is going to go here for a puzzle. We have to get rid of that. Lock part goes here for a puzzle, which is kind of annoying. Like, you have to guess what the correct number is. So say it's 11111. Nope. 2222. Oh, 2 is correct, but none of the others are correct. And then you have to start all the way over from the beginning again. So it's kind of a pain. The correct solution is 2433. Yeah, and if you have to get it by guessing, it's like you have to try a lot of combinations before you get it correct, because it resets every time. So here we are in the archives. For whatever reason, we think the information about the killer is here. Like, why in this particular archive, though? We have an hourglass, and we need some sort of we have the magnet. What else do we need? We need a flat page. Let's see. This is locked. And this is an archives crest. It has a knife fragment. We're going to use the fragment over here. That gives me an oil can, and we're going to go back outside. So the oil can was for here. Okay, that gives us 2 items. Obviously, we're going to need 3 hourglasses on the hourglass display case, which was just thrown out the window, apparently. And we'll put the heart here on the statue, because, of course, the statue has a heart replica that needs to be placed to give us an hourglass and a thin tablet. I don't know who set up the puzzles in this archive area. It is weird. Well, the thin tablet goes here. That way I can use the magnet on the key to unlock the door. Why don't I just break the glass that's blocking the door? These are abandoned archives. Anyway, it takes me like 2 seconds to find out the truth of what happened here. Sir Montgomery died of a sudden heart attack. His wife was left alone with her only daughter, Lady Montgomery. Now, she accused Mr. Milverton Like, yeah, and then she stopped appearing in society afterwards. So, we've just figured out who the mysterious lady killer is. It's Lady Montgomery. She wanted revenge, because Milverton's blackmail was responsible for her husband's death. And here's a letter. So, my dear... compromising letter, gotta click on that. My dear Francis, I pray that no matter what happens, you protect the hiding place in the attic. I did something terrible, and only it keeps the terrible secret. So we've got to go to the Montgomery attic and find this evidence that proves she's the killer. So family stamp, and mystery is this question mark there. Great, so yeah, I mean, it took us like no time at all to solve the mystery here. However, we are going to have to go to that attic and find the written confession by Lady Montgomery that will clear Sherlock Holmes's good name. And we just found an hourglass. So the 3 hourglasses go into place. Yeah, giving us a picture of Lady Montgomery, the killer. As well as a family crest. We're going to put it here. And this gives us a matching challenge. Let's see if we can find some matches. Those two? No. Butterflies. Snakes. Dogs. Flowers. Flowers. Here we go. Here's the final one. It's 47 West Street, London. Bunch of other letters and numbers afterwards. So, now we're gonna go there. Here we go. Here's Lady Milverton now. Well, that's her daughter. Her daughter's now all grown up. Hi, Oscar. Glad to see you're here.
Good morning, miss. I don't believe we've met. What can I do for you? I don't know any Milverton, and I'm not letting some stranger dig through my mother's things. If you'll excuse me, my parrot escaped, so I'm trying to find him.
Your parrot is right here. If I return the parrot that flew away to the lady, I will gain her favor. I feel sorry for her. You never know what might happen. You might lose a parrot. Like, seriously, it's very sad. The parrot's right here. It's right here. Obviously, that's where the parrot is. Watson, are you helping? He hasn't helped me so far. Yeah, Oscar Watson, he is really good looking, but he's kind of useless as a detective's assistant. He does not help with this investigation. Alright, so over here on the left, we want to grab bird food. And we want to grab a bird cage thing inside this little fountain. We are going to rebuild the bird cage here with the 2 items we just picked up. And then we're going to put the bird cage down here where the feathers are. I assume those feathers are the clue that, hey, the bird likes hanging out here. And the bird just happened to drop a recipe for ant bait because I actually can't think of a good reason why the parrot would have that. Well, let's give the parrot to her.
Thank you for saving George. You can come in for a bit, but don't overstay your welcome.
This is kind of awkward. Like, I'm here to prove that your mother was a murderer. Yeah, like, this can't possibly end well. Oscar, you stay outside and read this book. Has he been spending the whole game, like, reading the book? What is in that book, which is so fascinating? We have an actual murder mystery here. Okay, so we need to find something to convince Lady Francis. We're going to look up here and grab the heart. We're going to use the heart over here. This is the secret attic. Ooh, we got 2 items. We're going to need the key to search the attic. And that's our goal. We need to search the attic to find the important stuff. Is that a cat in the window? The mirror? Or is that just a picture of a giant cat? I'm not sure. I think it's just a portrait of a giant cat. Anyway, I'm going to grab this. I don't think there's anything else I can grab here at the moment. Yeah. So we're going to go outside. We're going to look over here. The door's welded shut. I'm going to use the corrosive liquid on the door, along with the glass dropper. Yeah, I'm just going to break into this lady's safe. Why not? Get rid of the drawings. Do whatever you want. Tear them up, burn them, drown them, whatever. Just be sure that no one sees them. Oh man, who wrote this message? Why did they have to get rid of the drawings? Well, I hope they threw them in the pond. Hey, what do you know? They did throw them in the pond, and I can find them with this net I just picked up. Wow. So here's the drawings. The drawings are of a suspiciously weird ventilation scheme. Somebody wants to introduce gas, this gas number 1, into bathroom number 3. So now I'm gonna think this over. What could be happening here? So, an unknown substance goes into the bathroom. We have the cylinder with the unknown substance. The drawings show a weird ventilation system. I'm not sure that's the correct order we should put these 4 things in, but whatever. Our conclusion is that Lady Francis is in danger. Somebody's putting weird gas into her bathroom. Who does it? Why? I don't think we actually have an answer to those questions. Like, I guess it's the villainous man in the iron mask? Maybe? Let's show Lady Francis.
Gas. But these pipes should only be for ventilation. They lead to the bathroom. Can you find out what's going on here?
Sure will. Okay, so we need to check the bathroom. This is a puzzle. What you need to do is grab the various bottles, which are just lying everywhere. I'm not sure. Does this make sense? We're just grabbing a bunch of random bottles. I thought we were supposed to be exploring the pipes here, not just playing with bottles. Well, anyway, that gives us a portrait. Yay! And that's it. That's my, that's my, little investigation. So her portrait goes here. And her mom's portrait goes here. That opens up, this area, giving us 2 items. And we have another mechanism. We need some sort of doll there. Back outside, we're going to put the saucer. We're going to fill it with water. And that will be for this ant bait. We need a spoon. We need sugar cubes, I guess. And then the water saucer. Now we're going to put the ant bait here. That gets rid of the ants. We can grab these items. I need to cut the threads. I don't have the item for cutting the thread yet. Let's see. What are we doing now? I can put this here. Yeah. I can open up the lantern. Get the fuse and the lighter going. Okay, I think that was the important puzzle. We're going to put the lantern over here for a gas pipes puzzle, which is a really simple puzzle, because once you get a piece in place, it can't be moved. So you can just click on every single piece until it's completely rotated into place. You don't even have to guess where the right spot is. It's like, click the piece until it can't be moved anymore. That means it's in the right spot. The correct solution is to get all these pipes so they are touching each other like this. So here's the thing that bothers me and annoys me. 2 of the pipes are wrong. Guess which pipes are wrong? Which pipes aren't connected? It's these ones. This one, I have to move it like this to the exact same place. Same with this one. I just need to rotate it so it's the exact same place. And it's like, Urgh!
Bad feeling about this substance. I'll set up a temporary lab to examine it properly.
Oh, hey, Oscar's being useful for once. I suppose he is a doctor. You need to examine the unknown substance, although I think I know what it is. And I'm going to grab the lily. I need to find like 5 things. Okay, so, those go over here. The lily. Nope. Nightshade on top, lily on bottom. Alright, that gave me baking soda and a clock weight. The clock weight and the pendulum both go here. It's gonna give me that item as well as part of a pair of scissors. I'm gonna use the pair of scissors here. It's gonna give me those items. Now I can fix this mermaid here. Giving me 2 items, and now I should have everything for Dr. Watson. Excellent. This is a hidden objects challenge. We need to find everything. Let's see, we're gonna move that, we're gonna move that. Just have to move a bunch of items around. So let's see, there's the scalpel. Where's that red stuff? There it is. It was in the back. I'm clicking on that item because I know that's one of the items. There. We have a part 2. You need to put all the items back into place. Blue goes on blue. Red goes on red. Water goes over there. Blue in blue. Red in red. Almost done. So it turns out the deadly gas is in fact deadly poisonous gas. Hooray! Hooray. So I thought as much. This is poison. Lady Frances was about to die. Somebody pumped poison into her bathroom. Sure wish this game answered the question of who tried to kill her.
This is terrible. Why do they want to kill me? Because of my mother? Her things are in the attic. Here's the key.
Thank you for the key. So her life is no longer in danger. I will continue looking for proof of my uncle's innocence. Because really, I don't care about saving her life and who's trying to kill her. I only care about proving Sherlock Holmes' innocence. There are a lot of cats here, I've noticed. Like, here's a cat, there's a cat, there's a cat. This lady really loves her cats. Yeah. Okay, so something here is going to save my uncle's reputation. We're going to find that confession that her mom wrote. We're going to grab the metal shovel here. We're going to use it to pry open this floorboard. We're going to grab these 2 items. So we need a flame and a snowflake. I'm going to grab this gas canister from here. Over on the left, I'm going to grab that thing. I need 2 items to get this to work. I think that's everything. I'm going to put this in the frame. I'm going to put the glue in the frame. Yeah. I still need more stuff. I'm going to put this here. I need a record. Oh, wait. Now I remember. We just got the lady figurine, right? We're going to put the lady figurine there. It's going to give us 2 items, including the leaves. Great, and that's going to go in this portrait box here. Giving me 2 more items, leaves and the extendable pointer. We use the pointer over here to knock this down. Excellent, so that gave me fine powder, which we're going to use over here. And we have these 2 designs, snowflake and fire. That gives me this puppet theater. Okay, so this talks more about the lady killing Mr. Milverton. So Milverton had his hand out. He's like, hey, give me money. Give me money. And she she had this gun hidden behind her back. And then, let me move her head. She held the gun up to him. He held his arm up and put his leg out. Then she shot him, his arm went back, his leg went out even more, and she put her arm down. I think that's it. Am I wrong? No, he's leaning back. His arm is definitely up like that. Oh, I had her arm in the wrong spot. Okay, so that's a tragic scene, but puppet theater does not count as actual evidence. We need a written confession. So we're going to keep looking. The record goes here. It's giving me 2 items, including a puff. I'm going to use that here. That gives me the password. Let's enter it. And now most of these items are going to go together here. Yeah, that's complicated. We have to make the 2 gold roses to move the plates, because the plates have gold roses on them. And that gives us the confession. I, Lady Montgomery, of sound mind and memory, acting voluntarily, confess that I shot Charles Augustus Milverton. I did this because of his attempt at blackmail. I refused to pay, and he gave the compromising materials to my husband. My dear husband's heart couldn't stand it. He died. Lady Montgomery, ooh, and Notary Gibbs. Gibbs was a notary who took note of what happened and never told anybody for some reason. Okay, so we're going to use this confession to prove Sherlock Holmes is innocent. I just need to ask for permission before I give the evidence to the newspaper. Do I, though? I feel like I should go straight to the newspaper right away, even if she doesn't like it.
I don't blame Mom for what she did. You can make her confession public, but I just ask that you explain why she did it as well. People like Milverton don't deserve a good name.
I completely agree with you. I have too much to do, so I can't stay here, but I know you can take care of yourself. My great-uncle's reputation has been restored, and Milverton's maid accepted my apology on his behalf. But one mystery remains. Who is the man in the iron mask? Someone's been in my house, and they didn't cover their tracks very well.
What about the mystery of who tried to kill Lady Francis? How about that mystery? That seems like a mystery worth solving. What about the mystery of who shot at Oscar, tried to kill him? Those both seem like good mysteries to try to solve. Yeah, but nope, we're not gonna follow up on this. Maybe a future game will reveal who the villain in the Iron Mask is. I think we're just supposed to assume that the villain in the Iron Mask, you know, the one who was talking to Jane Lestrade earlier, I think we're supposed to assume he is the culprit responsible for all these murder attempts, just very obsessed with destroying Sherlock Holmes' reputation for some reason. And somebody left behind this. We are going to get a phone call letting us know who left behind this puzzle box. I wonder if there's something fancy inside. Oh, it's a paper.
Hi, Charlotte. Did you receive my gift? You know, I've been thinking about you a lot these days, and perhaps if you don't mind, well, I'd like to meet and talk about us.
Aww, well, that's kind of a sweet ending. We have an awkward phone call from Watson. He's like, hey, you know what? I kind of have a crush on you. I'd like to meet up with you. Yeah, let's have it. And we do have the bonus chapter. Half of the people credited in the credits are characters in the bonus chapter, which is unfortunate. I wish the bonus chapter told us more about this man in the iron mask and resolved some of the leftover questions from this mystery, as opposed to giving us a totally unrelated story starring Mrs. Holmes's friend Olivia. So let's do that bonus chapter.
Here we are. I'm glad you accepted my invitation. I think we both needed a vacation in the country.
Oh, we sure
The maid arrived
did.
yesterday, but she's shy around strangers. If we get hungry, we just have to ring the bell on the elevator and she will send lunch with it.
Well, that's such an oddly specific thing. It made me suspect that this maid would be important, but no, that's just the explanation for a puzzle we'll have here. We need something to open the door, and then we need to ring a bell to attract the attention of the maid. And I feel like we could have figured that out without a fancy special line of dialogue for it. Okay, so Olivia is going to spend all of the bonus chapter reading that piece of paper. It is a very interesting piece of paper. Maybe it's her grocery list, and she's just trying to figure out what her groceries should be. So, I need to unpack. Let's see, I'm going to grab those typewriter keys. I'm going to solve a puzzle, I think. Yes, I do. I use this key here. That is going to open up the piano. I'm going to put the typewriter thingy and the typewriter keys into place, giving me that. And we need to put a photo here to open the drawer, because apparently that drawer is connected to the photograph. So I'm going to cut this at one point. And yes, I need to clean this. I have the cleaning spray and a handkerchief. Those totally go together to clean whatever this is. It's my briefcase, isn't it? Aha! It's actually a hidden objects challenge. So this tells us stuff. I hate to be silly, but I thought it said stories about Uncle Bandage, and I'm like, who's Uncle Bandage? What is this? No, it's actually Bandage, and then stories about Uncle, meaning Sherlock Holmes. Silly me. So thanks to the Dancing Men messages, we met Olivia, which is another game in this series, the Dancing Men. I actually have not played the Dancing Men game, so I don't know any of this stuff. So I don't know about this dart, Olivia being kidnapped. Nope, totally unknown to me. We're going to put the gloves together. We're going to grab the bullet. We're going to grab the journalism school. Olivia is now a journalist. Hooray, good for her. That's going to go there to get a watch. And the compass is going to need a needle. And the gift for Olivia is this. There. We became friends, and we gave each other small gifts. So now I have a lighter, and check out this guy. It's a neighbor.
Olivia, something terrible has happened. Dorothy is missing. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had a guest.
Mr. Amberley, meet Private Detective Charlotte Holmes. Charlotte, would you be available to help Mr. Amberley with his problem?
Oh, yes, that would be most helpful. I don't see eye to eye with the local police, so I came to speak to Olivia as soon as I saw her arrive. It's terrible, Miss Holmes. My wife, Dorothy, ran away with her lover and took my security paperwork. The next morning, her mother died of apparent shock. I would be very grateful to have your help. Meet me at my home when you have a chance. I'll leave the door open.
So that is a lot of information all at once. His wife ran away. His wife stole the paperwork and ran away. And then his mother-in-law died of shock. Okay, so we will go to his house and investigate.
I'm going to unpack my things, but I'll join you later. Mr. Amberley lives just next door.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you then. We are going to see her again. Yes, it's just going to be a while. Mr. Amberley doesn't seem happy to have my help. Apparently he doesn't trust a stranger. Yeah, but here is where things get even more suspicious. He wanted me to come over and help, right?
Mr. Amberley, open the gate, please. I don't think he can hear me.
He locked the gate behind him so I couldn't come inside and help. What a jerk. So I need to get rid of this barbed wire somehow. I need to destroy it. There is a raccoon that is doing laundry here. We need to get it some food, otherwise it will not be friendly. I need to get this hot wax away using a lighter and a scraper. Oh, it was dried meat. Dried meat was the stuff I picked up here. Well, give the dried meat to the raccoon. Now the raccoon will like me and give me that item. Thank you, raccoon. And then over here, we're going to grab this. It's the ring. We need to get 2 diamonds before we can open up the door to this carriage. It's weird. It's just like at the newspaper office where they had a carriage, like, standing on a big platform. Like, this is a noteworthy carriage, an important historical artifact. I don't get it. Well, the ring thing goes there. We have the picture of little Olivia. How cute. Well, we needed the picture for here. Giving me the scraper. We're going to go back outside, use the scraper. And the lighter. They give us 2 items. One of those items gives us... Yeah, one of the items is the screw for this. And I think that will cut the lock. So now we can meet Mr. Amberley. Hello, Amberley.
My apologies. I'll prepare everything you need to know about the case. Holmes, huh? Are you a descendant of the famous Sherlock Holmes?
Yes.
I'm glad to have your help, but I'm not used to taking someone at their word. Perhaps you can demonstrate your skills while I prepare things. I lost my chain somewhere in the street. I would be grateful if you could find it.
Once again, he's making excuses to get rid of me. Why doesn't he want me to investigate? That's weird. I'd better remember it. Yeah, this guy's acting suspiciously. So, we have the fishing line, and we need to get through this door, but it will be a while before we actually do get to the other side of the door. We're going to need to find 4 plants here. Oh, and I want to get that musical note. I am collecting musical notes. So let me grab these gloves and the musical note. And this is Dorothy, so this is his wife, right? She's the one who ran away with another man. Like, I'm not sure. Does she looks like she's young enough to be his daughter, not his wife. Maybe that's just me. Well, I use my glove. Gives me 2 items there. Eventually, we're going to open up this door and go through here. Why doesn't he want me to see the backyard? What's wrong with the backyard? Whatever. I have the 2 jewels. We're going to put them in the ring. Use the ring to open up this very valuable carriage door. And this gives us a hidden objects challenge. So let's find all these items. And it tells us about Amberley, I believe. So, let's see. Smiley face. He was friends with little Olivia. Aww. A swamp flower. She went for walks in the swamp. He brought treats to her when she played in the carriage. That's nice. 10 years ago, he fought with Dorothy out of jealousy. Ah! Was that before or after he married her? Yeah, I'm not sure what that fight is about, but apparently it's a clue. And that gave us the lost chain. Why did he have his chain inside this valuable carriage? Okay, well, we'll show it to him, and now he'll trust us. Hey, Olivia's here! So, Olivia supports Mr. Amberley. Several life blows at once will knock anyone down. Excuse me? Did somebody try to beat up Mr. Amberley? What is this text box? Oh, well, let's give him the chain.
You really are as good as you say you are.
Yes.
I told you. Have you already started the case, Charlotte?
No, your buddy refused to let me investigate.
That's what I wanted to tell you. Dorothy has been missing since yesterday morning. I suspect she ran off with someone in the night because I vaguely recall hearing voices in my sleep. She sometimes went for walks in the bog behind the house.
Okay, so she went missing in the morning, then she came back to talk to you during the night, and then she left again? That doesn't make sense, Amberley.
I can be your trail guide. I'll join you once you get to the bog, but I'll let you investigate the backyard on your own. I don't want to disturb any evidence.
Alright, so now we can go outside. No matter what Amberley says, he still cares about the valuable papers. Excuse me, did he say something suspicious about the papers there? I don't think he did. Huh. Well, he's holding an item we need inside this room, so we're gonna have to get rid of him to get that important item. I do find it kind of annoying that Olivia won't help us until we get to the bog. I'm like, come on, Olivia, you can help us. And here are footprints belonging to Dorothy. We're gonna have to try to follow them. We got insecticide. We're gonna use it on the insects, obviously. It's gonna give me those 2 items, 3 items even, and I need to find a way to get rid of those thorns. So I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna grab that magnifying glass. I need a bucket and a rope. Here, I'm going to grab a bucket. I find this kind of silly. It's like, what can I use to collect these stones? How can I get these stones out of the way? They're tiny. You could kick them with your foot. And besides, there was a bucket right here. Use the bucket to scoop the stones out of the way if you need to. But no, this is actually a puzzle. Similarly, she can't figure out a way to reach these pieces. Reach underneath the bench. There is plenty of room. It's like a foot off of the ground. You could totally reach it. And yet our great detective thinks she needs a magnet so she can reach it through these holes in the bottom of the bench. So these are puzzles which really don't have to exist. It's like our great detective is just not the best when it comes to figuring out puzzles. And we need to go outside here. Oh, wait, we are outside. We need to go back here and give the stained items to our cleaning raccoon. Thank you, raccoon. That gives me another musical note, as well as a hook. You might have noticed we have a bunch of stuff for a fishing line, including a fishing line and a hook. So let's see, where are we going to go fishing? I would expect we go fishing in the river, but no, we're actually going to go fishing here. Giving us a bell. Aha, and you might remember we needed a bell to summon the servant. This gives us a puzzle. We need to find pairs. The drinks match with each other. The things in the drinks match each other. The limes match. The napkins match. The silverware matches. And then the shrimps match. Giving me the final musical note. The 5 musical notes go here. Giving me 2 items, including the lens for the magnifying lens. What is this, a silk pouch? It's a silk pouch, okay. I think the pouch... Am I gonna use the pouch here? Yes. Oh yeah, but I still can't scoop up the stones. I can't pick up the stones and put them in the pouch. Nope, nope, that's too complicated. Let's use the magnifier. Oh, and then this is a puzzle. This is kind of an annoying puzzle. What you need to do is walk all around the board. You'll notice some places fall over. Like that one, that place right there, you'll notice it fell down. So basically you have to go through this maze over and over and over again to learn which pathways are solid and which ones are not. Let's see, I think we have to go up and above, because if we travel on that board... Well, that board leads to nowhere, so that'd be a terrible place to go. Maybe it's those 2 boards are the ones we have to follow. I mean, those ones fall apart. I don't know. Alright, let's see. So I believe here we have to go down and around, because that breaks. Let's see. So that's the... I mean, this is our goal. I can't just go across. I'm gonna have to go down and around. Please work. Oh no! That one broke. Well then, as you can see, it's gonna take me a long time to get back to exactly where I was. I can't go down here, can I? That seems like a great shortcut. Nope. Ugh. If I can't go down, I have to go up here. And left. Yeah. And just process of elimination from the pathways I can't take. Probably determine the pathways I can take. So this is as far as I can go following the pathway. Alright, so now let's see if I can figure this out. I can go down, right, up, right, down. I might have to, like, take this long pathway here. Like, down and around. Let's see if that works. We're getting close to the end of our numbers. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Down and around. Okay, so now we're at the bog. Hooray! I need to get rid of these traps before I can grab that item there. Those two items. Can't I just walk around the pond from the other direction? Huh. I need some sort of shoe there. Oh, here's the shoe. So I grab the shoe from the right and I put it down here. I don't know why we have a shoe item there. That gives us some rope. We're going to use the rope over here with the buckets. Let's see, where do I use the bucket? Down there? Gives us a couple of items. Aha! The shovel. So now I can move those tiny rocks. I need a shovel. I need to be very careful. And what does that give me? That gives me a paintbrush. Hooray. Let's see. What is this long cane going to get used with? I think it gets used with the measuring tape. And the paintbrush? Yeah, and the paintbrush. Okay, looks like we're probably going to need to find some paint, though. Let's see, out here.
Mrs. Amberley's trail seems to end here, but she knew this area, and I believe the water is too shallow around here for someone to drown. Can you find a way to rule out drowning?
We sure will. So we've got to find out whether she drowned or not. This is dirty, so we're going to have to clean it. That's why we're trying to get this long cane into place. Hint says we need to go back to the backyard. What are we doing in the backyard? We are grabbing the sack with stones in it. Okay. And we need to take that into the rock. Take that into the bog for this puzzle. We're going to throw these stones. Here we go. One goes there. So I'm going to move that one up. I'm going to move that one left. This one down. And left. Hooray! And that gives me the two items, which are engine oil and waterproof paint. Great, so I'm going to put the paint here. And now I make a measuring stick using those three items. That will let us know how deep the water is. So let's use it here. Can I just say this is sort of a silly puzzle, by the way? Like, I should just be able to use the measuring tape. You know, the measuring tape, and use that to figure out how deep the water is. I didn't need to use all the other items. With this particular puzzle, you need to move either right or left to figure out how these items work. Let's see. So it's going to be left, 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 left. No, I think it's 4 left and then 3 right. And then 2 left. So, we found these items. And now it's time for me to make another deduction here. Let's see. Yes, of course. So... Amberley wanted Olivia to help, and as soon as she agreed, he found an excuse to come home. He tried to distract me, made a bunch of excuses for that. That leads me to the deduction that he wanted to do something in the house before I arrived, and then we're going to ask about the bog. So we figured out that Mr. Amberley framed the evidence. Those tracks by the hedge are clear, and the bog is too shallow. And Mr. Amberley is just like an incompetent criminal here because he asked the detective to come investigate before he made up the fake evidence. Like, if he was competent, he would have had that fake evidence ready and waiting for the detectives to find. And, let's see. That lock goes there. The oil goes there. We need one more lock. Oh, yes, and we're going to use the wedge here with the sledgehammer. Giving me a pair of items, but it's too dark for me to see everything else inside. This is a small rake, which I'll use over here. More items, including a magnet. I can use a magnet to get this item. Not to keep beating a dead horse, but we really should have been able to reach under there and grab that item on our own. It's silly. Okay, it's Mother's Medallion. All 4 of these items will open up this bag. Deed of Trust. Okay, so these are the items that... Okay, so I'm a little confused here, because we were told that Mr. Amberley was, like, faking the evidence, but we did find the missing papers inside the swamp. So, like, why would he have done that if he was faking all the evidence, and he really does care about the papers? I don't know. In any case, we need to give him the papers now.
Yes, those are my documents. What about poor Dorothy? Did she really drown?
So now we're going to have a puzzle determining his emotions. It looks like he really did want to hire a detective to get those papers back, but he didn't want the detective to find his wife. So let's see. It seems he's like faked being sad and crying when really he's actually quite happy. He can't stop smiling. This fiend. This is kind of hard, having to find these items like on his picture. It's a little tough. I don't even know what these items are. Like, it's a circle thing. Where's a circle thing on this guy's body? I don't know. And what's this? Is this... Okay, a circle thing. That was a circle. What did I click on which was a circle thing? That his neck? His shoulder? His hair? I honestly don't know what this is. Well, we can wait for the hint button to refill. Alrighty, so at least the puzzle, like, saves my spot if I back away from the puzzle. Hint button almost filled up, la da da. It's still charging, yeah. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Come on, hint. Here we go. Where's my hint owl? You're very slow, Mr. Hint Owl. What was that?
Here.
I already clicked
Please
on his
accept
mouth.
this as my thanks for your help.
Thumbs down. I already clicked on this guy's mouth. In gratitude for the assistance of Charlotte Holmes.
Something's wrong here. Please distract him while I inspect the house.
So the story is that Olivia will now distract him. Mr. Amberley put barbed wire on the gate for a reason. I'm sure he needed time to hide the evidence. I'm going to examine the house carefully. She's going to distract him. Good job, Olivia. She figured out what needed to be done after I told her exactly what to do. But while he's here, I won't be able to search the house thoroughly. So maybe she's not actually doing all that great of a job. Anyway, the thank you card is going to go here, along with a thin pin. And I'm just going to open this door. And he's not going to notice me going inside this door. Okay. Well, it certainly seems like I'm able to explore and examine the house without him watching me. But we have a large coffin. I can't pull this out. Yeah. A large coffin, probably for the dead mother-in-law. The mother-in-law who died of shock. Okay, we need the two tile pieces here. Gonna need something there. Gonna grab this. We're gonna need some sort of light system here. Does the valve go here? It does, and we have the locked upper room. I'm going to put that glass there. We have a locked window. I'm going to pull this cat thingy out. Now I remember the puzzle. Great. Let's go back to the other room. We're going to put the cat here, and then we're going to sew the cat into place. And somehow the chair just has a mechanism which knows when you've sewed the cat badge into place, because it opens up, giving us 2 items. One of the items is the last cactus. All the cactuses go in place here, giving us these 2 items. One of them is the glass. So now we have the glass thing completely worked out. We're going to put it here. Wow, that is a complicated puzzle. And then this is another puzzle. What we're going to do is rotate these pieces so they go into place. Looks like we've got some sort of picture design over here on the left. So I'm just going to follow the design, because I don't know what else to do. Oh, here we go. We're actually forming a design of the coffin here. There sure are a lot of pieces to this picture. And with them all overlapping each other, it can be a little hard to figure out what we're doing. That piece. There we go. Yeah, it feels like if the puzzle had just been this half, it would have been fine, but we've got like a whole another half to do. So there's a lot more left. Oh, we've got another design over here on the far right-hand side. Okay. Puzzle for the patient. There we go. What do I have wrong? That picture? That part, maybe? I don't see anything I got wrong. Oh, there's a tiny piece there as well. Okay, so that shows this is actually a double coffin. So let's open it up. Let's see. Do I need the schemes? Yeah, it's a double coffin, one on top of the other. So...
I smell chloroform. It's spilled inside, but now it should dissipate so the poor thing can wake up.
There's Dorothy! So Dorothy did not drown, she was not killed, she was chloroformed and kept inside her mother's double coffin. Creepy.
Oh, what happened? The last thing I remember is feeling ill. Poor Mom. She and my husband fought often. They were in the attic the last time they argued, and I remember hearing a strange thud.
Oh no, don't tell me. Mr. Amberley actually killed your mom.
Here, I found this inside the coffin. My husband must have dropped it.
He probably killed the mother and then faked his wife's death as a cover. Okay, well, she's just holding a giant saw, which was in the coffin. So we're going to use the saw to cut open this lock on the window. I'd better put everything back into place so Amberley won't suspect anything. You know, in case he comes in here accidentally. So, this is a really easy puzzle. Just click on the 4 purple things. Purple outline things. And there we go. So now I really should be able to leave the house and contact the police. But, no. We are actually going to, be pale and sick. She's actually going to make herself sick. Believe it or not. That will be a distraction so we can go explore the house thoroughly. No. Okay, hold on a second. You need to make the correct matches. This is not hazardous to your health, though. It's not dangerous. It's just smelling salts. It's going to make me a little sick, but it's not going to really hurt me. Okay, so now I use it.
Oh, my head. I have the worst headache.
Are you okay, Charlotte? Mr. Amberley, I think she's going to pass out. Please, get a doctor quickly.
Good, and that finally got rid of him, so I can grab this item. Oh, and put the D here. Dorothy Amberley. I bet that was Dorothy's little thing. We're going to put these 2 pieces here. And then we should be able to explore the attic. Let's see, the vase goes over here on the right. I am starting to run out of oomph here. I noticed this appeared on the window again. Like, why? Why is that the case? What am I doing? Ah, yes. Okay, I'll use these here. We can open up this drawer. And that gives me the key to the attic. Don't worry, the attic's the final room, so we're gonna be done with the game as soon as we get through this attic. So what are you hiding here, Mr. Amberley? Let's figure out what Mr. Amberley's fatal battle with his mother-in-law was about. So clearly we're grabbing books here. The books are going to go here. We're going to need a plaque. I can't reach this thing. It's too far away. Maybe I could just move the chair. It doesn't look all that heavy. I'm going to look over here. A heart-stopping blow? Whoa! Well, that sounds incriminating. I have the umbrella. I use the umbrella here. It's going to give me this. More batteries and the letter A. So it's probably going to be for down here, the letter A. me 2 items. One of them is this. Giving me 2 more items. We're gonna rush back upstairs. We're gonna put this into place. And this is gonna give me a deduction, apparently. Where's the deduction? Where's the deduction? It sent me to the deduction screen, and then it just stopped. Weird. Okay, so with this puzzle, what you want to do is move things left and right. So let's see. Whoa, wow, that totally broke the game there. We're trying to get these pictures to align perfectly, and they all need to be the same size. That was close enough. Ah, the old crone's gone. Now I only need to get rid of Dorothy. That's a piece of cake. I don't know how we are making these deductions, but those are the deductions that Miss Holmes is making. So let's not argue with them. Okay, so this is clearly a picture of Olivia. To receive the inheritance, the authorities should recognize the mother-in-law as dead. Or no, Dorothy is dead. Well, I need, I didn't get a chance to read that. Anyway, apparently he couldn't get... He thought he couldn't inherit unless his wife was dead, and he didn't want to get found guilty of his wife's death, so he decided to hire Olivia, assuming she's an incompetent detective, which she's not. And now we get the code to the safe. There was a safe here? Where's the safe? What? Well, those are all the mini games of the game. I solved them all without skipping. No, seriously, where was the safe? I was opening books, and then all of a sudden I'm opening a safe. Okay, so I need more proof after making those deductions. I mean, those deductions are just deductions. I don't have actual proof, so I need to prove that he was guilty. So I'm putting in the batteries. I'm going to put in the flashlight button. And that's it for that. Let's see, I know this is going to go here, the sword. We still need scales. Hint says we're going all the way back to the swamp. Aha! That's right, so 2 of the items I have go here in the swamp. And it is the flashlight key. I mean, the flashlight bulb. Flashlight bulb is going to go over here. Let's see, we need to find these random items, whatever they are, whatever they're for. That's the scales. I know that. Yeah, we need those scales. So let's go back to the basement, to the attic. Go into the attic, we're going to put the scales here. Now I have the 2 symbols that go here. Give me the key to open up this diary. Maybe it has a confession. No, it doesn't. I mean, this is kind of a confession, I guess. But not really. I'm going to use it here. And I need to find pairs. So like the cross and the cross. And the skull and the skull. The syringe, the heart and the heart. The timer and the timer. The hands are twisted. I see. We've got the hands and the hands. The nose and the nose. One sign is the bluish nose. One sign is the bluish nose. After the blow, the lips turn blue immediately. So blue nose and blue lips. So clearly he killed her using this method, right? That's going to be our deduction. Let's see, lungs and lungs. And then eyeball and eyeball.
The damage from the blow is entirely consistent with the damage to Dorothy's mother's body. It's her house, and she threatened to kick Mr. Amberley out. I suspect that he killed her, and I think I have enough evidence to make an accusation. Mr. Amberley was arrested for 1 count of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. How are you, Dorothy?
I don't know. I still need to organize my mother's funeral.
You're not alone. Olivia and I will help, won't we?
And that's it. That is officially the end of Miss Holmes, the Milverton Plot. Gotta say, I did not like that bonus chapter. That really lost me, especially towards the end. Maybe if, like, the final maybe if they just cut out all the stuff with the bog in this bonus chapter, then it would be better and more tolerable. I didn't like it. It felt completely unconnected from the main game and the Milverton plot, because it was. So, yeah, I don't know. I finished the bonus game. Is there anything else in bonus content? We've got, like, Expedition. Yeah, we've got a bunch of achievements and stuff like that. And collectibles. This is one of those games where you can find collectibles if you really want. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this video here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing me play Miss Holmes, the Milverton Plot.